driving through Sandusfield State Forest on the way to one of Massachusetts' premier bass lakes, a lake that people out east have heard of and put on their bucket list. Most have never come to, and that would be Thousand Acre Swamps. It's October, and Thousand Acre Swamps is in front of me. And you can see that this body of water is almost socked in with lily pads, and under those lily pads is milfoil. We're about 1,700 feet above sea level here. The leaves are turning. It's a beautiful evening, and I'm going to get out there for a couple hours, and I'm going to try to catch some good fish, because this lake's got good fish in it. Thing is to find fishable water. I got weedless spoons that I'm going to be throwing, spinnerbaits, and we'll do some surface plugs too. You can see that there's literally no wind on this lake. But when you get out to where the open water is, there is wind, because we got a pretty good north wind right now. But it's not stirring up the heavily weeded water in front of us. So what we have here are some beautiful weed patches, or should I say open water patches surrounded by weeds. And I got the weedless spoon on, big one here, not a small one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoot it across the open water and then zing it across the weeds as you see me doing here. And then when I get to the edge, drop it and then bring it back up to the surface. So I'm using this a lot like a surface lure. And what's good about this is it's fun. It's when you get hits on this, it's like bluefish. The water explodes. And some of the hits you know are coming because you'll see the torpedo of the fish moving toward it. And then other are going to be unexpected. It's just going to blow up. That's not the landing you want. But I got one. Oh, he came off. One blasted it. It came into the water like a bomb, and one whaled it. I wonder what that was. That was something. That was a good hit. Water. I want to land on the pads. And you land on the pads, and then you pull it off. Now, as I said, these pads are dying. When they get into late September, they're not getting enough sunlight, and the water temperature goes down, and they start to die off. And by next spring, they'll be all growing from their rhizomes, their roots, under the water. I almost wonder if I shouldn't just stay in this environment and not even bother trying to go out in the main lake. It seems like there's a good amount of fish hitting. These are most likely pickerel. I don't know that though. So the water here, even where you don't have lily pads, is a mix of milfoil and cabbage. It's got just about every weed you've ever seen in your life growing in it. And in the summer, other than you going pure weedless, this is almost unfishable. What was that? What was that? I have no idea. I was looking to where I was. Just shows you they get behind it and they follow it. That was funny. It's right on the end of my pole. I mean, this is like 6 feet deep, and the milfoil is right up near the surface. Just says that there could be good fish anywhere. There's one, but I don't know if it's a good fish. No, it's not. But it's somebody. Or is it? It's one of those fish that didn't know it was hooked. They swam right at me. Sometimes oh no, it's one of them. Every once in a while, you're going to get a slime dart. Oh, and he fell right off, cooperated nicely. That's what we like. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, when he gets off right there. Crazy. Crazy. That was a nice one. 2 pounds. Maybe 3. But it's kind of cool. They're pounding the spinnerbait here. He just pulled out. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything wrong. I got him out of the weeds. Pulled out. Good. Every once in a while the fish wins. So Thousand Acre Swamps is in the town of Monterey. Or is it New Marlboro? I don't know. It's near New Marlboro and Monterey and Sandusfield. It's not quite the southwest corner of the state. And it's old merino sheep pasturage and lumberland, and it has its colonial history and its native history. And it's got its flood control history, as you can see. There's that flood control dam, another pickerel. Or is it a bass? It's a pickerel. I made the call immediately. I knew what it was. Oh, he's off. I love it. I'm having great luck with pickerel getting off of the boat. It's a little too whippy for big. Oh, there we go. What's this? What are we looking at? Oh, it feels like... Oh, and he came off. Got into some weeds and pulled off. Having a lot of fish pulling off the spinnerbait today. Yeah. That was a better one. That was a 2 at least, I would think. You got to pretend that you've caught fish before, right? Like, I've caught a lot of fish in my life. I've caught a lot of bass. Here's another one. Oh, yeah. That's not a huge one, but it's 2.5, 3 maybe. And he's around one of the big lily pads, meaning that. Oh, yeah. Look at him down there. Oh. No, he's not as big as I thought, I don't think. He's just a fun size. He's like 2.5 pounds. Cooperative. Pounding the spinnerbait. He wasn't getting off. He got it right in the corner of his mouth. Let's go back out here. See if we got some more activity. It started out slow, but as soon as that sun got down a little bit, they do what they always do, and they start banging. A lot of times in September and October, you'll get them more evenly throughout the afternoon than you do in the summer. Sometimes in the summer, they go really dry in the afternoon during the heat of the day. Got a point of weeds coming out there. That's nice. Cast to another point. Oh, there we go. Hydroplaning. Not a big one. I should also retie my spinnerbait. There we go, there's another one. Another bass, a little even smaller than the last one. But you can see they're definitely coming out of their hidey holes and whacking whatever they're looking to eat. dam a lot. When I was younger, I thought this dam was where it would be at because it would be deeper water. And oh, there's another one. And I used to pound this dam. That's a better fish. I used to pound it because I thought that the deeper water would mean better fish. You know, it's funny. Better fish, not really. Another fat little 2-pound fish. Oh, pound fish, he's a little chubette. Yes! So I would fish down here all the time. As a guy, you know, you're reading about Toledo Bend, and you're reading about Sam Rayburn Lake and all these big impoundments and how to pick them apart, because that's what the Bassmasters magazine and even Field and Stream and Sports Afield and those magazines would talk about, because that's where the big bass were, down there in Texas. So I would come down here and chuck rubber worms, thinking that, you know, like they did down there, you know, whatever was working at Sam Rayburn I used to throw here. Red. I think Sam Rayburn had a phase when you had to throw red. So I'd throw it. And I remember spending hours out here in the hot sun working the rubber worms, Carolina rig and Texas rig and other such things. I'm not doing so well. I catch a few bass here and there. It's kind of like, again, you got to fish the lakes that you fish. You know, don't think they're another lake. And what's working for Bassmaster might work for you. I mean, there's baits right now that they're using with the new forward-facing sonar that they're selling at Walmart. And I'm sure there's a whole ton of kids buying them. These little tiny straight rubber worms, and then you're supposed to cast them out and reel them in a real erratic way. And oh yeah, they work great for suspended fish and that you can see with your forward-facing sonar. But they don't really apply to people fishing offshore, I don't think. And I don't apply to most people in most lakes. See? Fight or flight. Mrs. Flight. Ooh. See? Who do we have here? Oh, I think it's Mr. Bass. I thought it was this. Oh, he got off at the boat, but that's okay. He followed it right in. I don't want to end on a weed cast. It's always good to end. Oh, look at a Canadian coming in over the top. Look at him. Oh no, they see me. Oh, they're doing some maneuvering. Look at them go. Yeah, they definitely got spooked. They saw me and they were like, holy. They were looking like they were going to land right here, and then they pulled off. Now they're angry. Angry Canadas. Oh, they're landing over where they always do. There's a little island over there. Boy, they are making a lot of racket. I think I really spooked them. So 1,000 Acre Swamps. Great pond, a lot of fish in it. You gotta be willing to fish in the weeds, surrounded by just some beautiful upland Berkshire scenery, mixed hardwood, beautiful white pines and hemlocks, tremendous natural resources and wonders here. When I say natural resources, I mean the world around us. So this is a lake you probably want to try sometime. I said you can fish it in the spring, summer, winter, and fall, but the best time to fish it would probably be in the spring before the weeds come up. Now, I'm telling you that, but you won't believe me, so you'll come in June, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. 1,000 Acre Swamps did pretty good at certain points, but no big fish landed. So 1,000 Acre Swamps is like many areas in western Massachusetts and central Mass. It's a place where you can actually go out and explore the wilderness, and be by yourself. There's been nobody here. And it's a really awesome thing in that way. It makes you feel like you have the ability to explore